Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Today, we're going to be finding out which position in the NBA has the best players. We have 5 teams filled with the 5 different positions in basketball. We're going to put them into a My League and find out which team will win the NBA championship. But let's go over all of our teams first, starting off with point guards and how I actually determined what position each player is. I just used ESPN depth charts. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So everything is based off that. Starting off at point guard, we got Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, Trae Young, Russell Westbrook, Ben Simmons, Kyle Lowry, Kemba Walker, Jamal Murray, Ja Morant, De'Aaron Fox, D'Angelo Russell, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Point guard probably has the highest overall rated players, but their only disadvantage is they are quite a bit smaller than the rest of the positions. Next up, we got shooting guards. We got Klay Thompson, Paul George, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Fred VanVleet, Zach LaVine, Spencer Dinwiddie, Eric Bledsoe, CJ McCollum, Tyler Hero, Karis LeVert, Lou Williams, Victor Oladipo, and Andrew Wiggins. Normally, Wiggins wouldn't be playing shooting guard, but since Klay's out, he's now playing that shooting guard position for the Warriors. Moving over to small forward, we got LeBron James. He also plays point guard sometimes, but we're keeping him at his true position, which is small forward. We got Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Chris Middleton, DeMar DeRozan, TJ Warren, Gordon Hayward, Jonathan Isaac, Bojan Bogdanovic, Michael Porter Jr., Kelly Oubre, Joe Ingles, and Will Barton. Moving over to power forward, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis. Kevin Durant is actually moved up to power forward this year on the Nets, with Joe Harris playing small forward. We got Jason Tatum, LaMarcus Aldridge, Zion Williamson, Pascal Siakam, John Collins, Sabonis, Marvin Bagley, Jaren Jackson, Tobias Harris, Gallinari, and Kevin Love. And then lastly, moving on to our centers, we got Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Porzingis, Nikola Vucevic, Andre Drummond, Josef Nurkic, Hassan Whiteside, DeAndre Ayton, Clint Capella, Brooke Lopez, Steven Adams, Jonas Valanciunas, and that is all of our rosters. Leave a comment down below which team do you think is going to win. Personally, I think it's going to be the power forwards. I mean, this team is just super stacked, especially the top end of it. But we got all of these teams in a My League right now. They're all in the same conference. We got these 5 teams in the same conference, and the rest of the NBA is just some of the worst teams in the league right now, some of the lowest overall teams. That way they just get wins against them, and it'll really just be a competition between the 5 positions. But let's start off this simulation. Make sure you guys go down below and smash the like button on this video. Making it to the end of the season, LeBron James is gonna get MVP here, putting up some crazy stats: nearly 30 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, and 12.5 assists. So close to averaging that triple-double. Just needed a few more boards and he would have got there. Also 1.2 steals, 1.4 blocks per game. Kawhi Leonard is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, 2.3 steals per game. Dwight Roy is going to get Coach of the Year. I'm not sure which team he's coaching for. Our All-NBA first team. This is going to be a little messed up because there's a few current players that do decent, like Derrick Rose is on the first team. We got Luka, LeBron, Giannis, Embiid, Lillard, Ben Simmons, Kawhi, AD, and Karl Anthony Towns on the second team. And on the third team, we got Kyrie, Steph Curry, Zion, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Jokic. Centers with the least amount of players because they can have at max 3 players on the All-NBA team. So these All-NBA teams are a little messed up, but I thought I'd check them out anyways. Checking out the rankings, our top team is going to be the point guards with 10 wins. Centers get second. Then we have small forwards, power forwards. The Hornets end up getting a better record than the shooting guards, which is kind of funny. I mean, that shooting guards team is not good at all. Like, they don't have many top tier players. It's definitely the weakest position. So they might not make it out of the first round of the playoffs. But how the playoffs do work, it's the top 8 teams. So the point guards, the centers, and it would have been the small forwards if the guards did better than the Hornets. But instead, it's going to be the power forwards. They all pretty much have a bye in this first round. But before we get into the playoffs, let's check out these season stats. LeBron was the league leader for points per game with 29.5. Rebounds per game, we had Wendell Carter Jr. Again, the stats are a little messed up. just because of how the league ended up working. So I mean, these don't matter that much. What matters is who ends up winning playoffs. I mean, I'll just show pretty much everything here so you can see who's at the top. I mean, you see all the guys, it's literally random players like Patrick Williams. It's up here for one stat. But let's hop into the playoffs and find out what happens. So we're checking out this first game here first, which is really the only one that matters. Small forwards with a 1-0 lead, a 2-0 lead. Oh no, the shooting guards do end up getting a game. It's a 2-1 lead now. The shooting guards tied up 2-2, and the small forwards with the 3-2 lead. All other teams moving on with sweeps. And game number 6 is a complete blowout by the small forwards. I'm surprised it even went to a game 6. This small forwards team is just so much better than the guards. Checking out the teams going into the conference finals, the point guards are facing off against the power forwards, and the centers are facing off against the small forwards. Power forwards and small forwards both taking the 1-0 lead here. We're tied up 1-1 in both series. 2-1 for the point guards and centers. We're now tied up at 2-2 in each series. 3-2 lead for the point guards and centers now. And coming down to the wire in game number 6, the centers up by 3 points with 30 seconds left. They also have the ball. Andre Drummond is the ball carrier, and he turns it over. Brandon Ingram with a big steal. LeBron to Kawhi in the corner, and we are tied up at 136. Andre Drummond, what are you doing? Why are you on the three-point line still? Mid-range shot is no good. And we're going to overtime. Heading into overtime, still pretty close here, but the small forwards now with a 4-point lead. We got a minute left in overtime. LeBron fading from 3. Why would he not go in for the dunk? Here's Karl Anthony Towns. He's blocked, I believe, by Jimmy Butler. Chris Middleton wide open, and he misses. There's actually a lot of good three-point shooting centers on the court. Embiid with the easy layup. Like guys that can, you got Embiid, Jokic, Cat. I mean, Bam can shoot 3 sometimes. Jimmy at the free throw line. 1 for 1. Centers need a miss right here, but Jimmy hits it. In the post, fading away. That's no good. And the small forwards are going to force a game 7. And hopping into our other series, the power forwards are going to face a game 7 as well. So 2 game 7s in the conference finals here. Checking out the small forwards versus centers first. Centers up by 2 points with a minute left. These positions are really close to each other in terms of skill. Joel Embiid, why would you put that up? I feel like every time we come into the game, Joel Embiid is putting up some awful shot. Here's LeBron in the post now. Fading. That's no good either. All right, we got Embiid again in the post. Fading away. He can't hit. Jokic with the board and the second chance points. That might have been the game-winning bucket right there. Small forwards need something here. LeBron in the corner, 80% contested. That's not going to be good. And the centers are going to be moving on to the NBA Finals. Hopping into our other series, this one wasn't nearly as close as the other. Power forwards are going to be up by 11 points here, and they will be advancing to the next round. So in the NBA Finals, we got our 2 big man teams, the power forwards and the centers. Let's hop in to game 1. It goes to the centers. Game 2 goes to the power forwards. Game 3, the centers going to take that one. We're tied up 2-2. The centers with the 3-2 lead. And power forwards going to clutch up here in game 6, forcing yet another game 7 this time in the NBA Finals. And yet another close game 7 here. Power forwards up by 3 points right now. Zion is at the line. Perfect release. That gives them a 4-point lead. So there's definitely still a chance for the centers to win here. It is anybody's game. But pretty much what we learned from this video is all of the positions are pretty skillful other than shooting guards. Giannis inside for a big dunk. Embiid in the post again. This is not what we want to see for the centers. To Embiid again. Why? Why does Embiid take these shots? Embiid in the post again. It's game over for the centers. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure that was a travel. A steal by Anthony Davis. I mean, that's just game right there. They're just going to hold on to the ball. Center's going to have to foul, but power forwards are our NBA champions. Giannis is going to get Finals MVP as well. His averages aren't the greatest because this team is just super stacked. I mean, Giannis, Anthony Davis, KD, as your top 3 players. Any of them could have got finals MVP. But overall, this was pretty close. Like I said, other than the shooting guards, all the teams were pretty fair. They were pretty close matchups. But that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to eat it. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. We well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cut throat from the low, when no love.